Heartbreak, what every human being on earth is scared to experience, but mostly do. Whether it's our fault or the other person's. Or it might be no one's fault at all. Just like love happens, heartbreak happens too. Love feels like a song we don't want to stop listening to. And it makes us feel drunk when we really aren't. But breakup is different. It is realizing that person you thought you'd spend the rest of your life with isn't really the person for you. It might be knowing everything you thought was real didn't even exist. It is realizing that there's no them anymore. There's no seeing their smile or laugh. It is knowing you'll have to live without hearing their voice for the rest of your life. It is knowing that the person you thought was yours isn't really yours. It feels like the world is ending, the sky fell down on your chest and you are on the air and you can neither fly or fall down. It feels like there's no place for you on this earth and there's no love for you. Happiness seems so far away and the tears can't help you swim away from all the sadness and emptiness you feel. Feels like there's no tomorrow, and even if it was, all you can see when you think of tomorrow is a tomorrow full of rain and no rainbows. This love made you so joyful that you forgot what life actually was without it. But heartbreak knocked on your door and forced you to see inside yourself and observe. But is heartbreak a bad energy that's here to make you feel miserable, or is it a mirror you need to have in order to help you understand so many things you forgot about yourself and who you really are? There are a list of things that I wrote down in order to help you understand that there is always a good side to the bad things that happen to us. The first and one of the biggest things you might experience after heartbreak is a spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is a shift in consciousness and perception of reality. It is understanding and recognizing of oneness with all existence, all that is good and all that is perceived to be bad. During a spiritual awakening, you see the world in a different light and everything kind of makes sense, but not all the time. There are phases of awakenings that you have to go through to reach the high vibrational stage. Spiritual awakening might be painful and confusing at first, but you get to understand life for what it is and step out of the delusion that most people are swimming in. Spiritual awakenings help you see yourself clearly. Your intuition gets very strong and you tend to believe in yourself more. There will come a time where you will understand your potential. You are not here to be someone's husband or wife. You're here on a mission for a purpose your soul assigned for. You will understand your life is much more important and bigger than crying over a person who doesn't know how to treat you. Self-respect, knowing your limits. Breakup helps you understand your limit, what you can put up with and what you cannot. Most importantly, what you shouldn't put up with, because sometimes you don't realize all the things you let slide until you sit down and realize that you never put yourself first but that person. Understand self-discovery, knowing what you want. You'll have a better understanding of the relationship you want and the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. Sometimes you meet a person only to realize that the thing you thought you wanted isn't really what you want. Knowing what you need. Sometimes the things we want might not be the things we need, but understanding and knowing what we want and need at the same time is crucial. So this time will help you understand that in depth. You are being saved. Think about it. If this relationship lasts, every breakup is different, but no one wants to spend a lifetime with the wrong person, and the universe saved you from spending the rest of your life with the wrong soulmate because The Creator knows your best fit. God knows your soulmate, and He's making space for the right one to come in. Shadow work. On the specific time, people tend to spend more time with themselves alone a lot and forcing their mind to think. Breakups challenge us to be brave, to understand ourselves more, and to understand that being alone isn't that bad. But most importantly, shadow work. Shadow work is a method of uncovering the shadow or the unknown dark side of the personality. We all have a part of ourselves we reject and disown, knowing or unknowingly. Most people do shadow work on themselves without even realizing. Shadow work is understanding that piece of ourselves we reject often, our darkness, that most people don't even know exists. The most injured, pained part of ourselves we don't usually talk about. Breakups might trigger that unhealed trauma we have in us that we never bothered to take the time and heal. And when you sit down and go through a healing process of your breakup, you'll be forced to go through that unhealed trauma too. For any person going through a breakup right now, trust me, you might think this is the end of the world, but it is actually the beginning. You will heal and you will become the butterfly again. You'll be stronger and more brave than ever. You'll meet a better fit, a better lover, and you're making a space for that to happen. Don't ignore the emotions you feel. Sit down and babysit them. Cry if you have to, but know your worth isn't defined by that person you think you lost. But you don't actually lose something you've never had. That person that you think highly of never really bothered to give you the respect and everything that you deserve and need. Take the time to heal and to love yourself. Take the time to make change that will make you happy, and most importantly, take the time to get to know yourself.